North Korea. It's a black hole on the map, a land shrouded in secrecy, a place most people only hear about in hushed tones, and news reports filled with propaganda and threats. And yet, for the adventurous few, it exerts a powerful pull. The world is shrinking, they say. We live in an age of globalization, of instant communication, where Google Earth can show you the rooftops of the most remote villages. But North Korea resists this trend, clinging fiercely to its isolation. It's a time capsule, a glimpse into a world untouched by the forces that shape our own. Travel to North Korea is tightly controlled, every step of your journey dictated by the state. You'll see what they want you to see, hear what they want you to hear. And it's this tension, this push and pull between the seen and the unseen, that makes North Korea such a uniquely compelling destination. Getting into North Korea is no easy feat. Tourist visas are granted sparingly, and the process is lengthy and bureaucratic. Once you're in, you're on their terms. Forget independent travel. Forget wandering off the beaten path. You'll be accompanied at all times by government-appointed guides, your itinerary meticulously planned in advance. Your guides are your gatekeepers, your interpreters, your constant companions. They'll feed you the official narrative, answer your questions with carefully crafted responses, and ensure you stay firmly within the lines. The places you'll visit are equally curated. You'll see the gleaming monuments of Pyongyang, the capital city frozen in a time warp of socialist realism. But amidst the carefully constructed facade, you'll also notice the cracks. Pyongyang is like no other city on Earth. It's a city built on ideology, a monument to a bygone era. Wide, empty boulevards stretch out before you, lined with pastel-colored high-rises that seem to shimmer in the perpetual haze. The streets are eerily quiet, save for the occasional passing car or busload of uniformed soldiers. Everywhere you look, there are signs of the state's pervasive presence. Towering statues of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il loom over the city, their benevolent smiles a constant reminder of the dear leaders who watch over their people. Propaganda posters extolling the virtues of self-reliance, unity, and unwavering loyalty to the regime adorn every street corner. Pyongyang is a city of contradictions, a place where the official narrative and lived reality exist in an uneasy truce. Leaving Pyongyang, you'll venture further afield, into the countryside where the grip of the regime seems to loosen ever so slightly. You'll visit collective farms, where farmers tend to their fields with a stoicism born of generations of hardship. You'll see children playing in the streets, their laughter a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. You'll travel through vast stretches of unspoiled countryside, the mountains rising up in the distance like sleeping giants. The air here feels cleaner, fresher, as if you've stumbled upon a secret the city has forgotten. You'll visit ancient temples and pagodas, remnants of a time before the division, before the ideology, before the walls went up. But even here, the presence of the state is never far away. And yet, there's a beauty to be found in these glimpses of everyday life, a raw authenticity that transcends the propaganda. The most memorable encounters in North Korea are often the most unexpected. They happen in fleeting moments, in stolen glances, in the spaces between the carefully scripted interactions. It might be a shared smile with a shopkeeper, a brief conversation with a student eager to practice their English, a moment of genuine connection that transcends the language barrier and the weight of history. These encounters are a reminder that behind the political rhetoric, behind the propaganda, behind the masks of conformity, there are real people living real lives. They have hopes and dreams, fears and aspirations, just like anyone else. They laugh, they cry, they love, they lose, they endure. It's a humbling experience, a reminder of our shared humanity, and it's something that stays with you long after you've left the country. Leaving North Korea is a strange experience. You step off the plane and back into a world awash in color, noise, and information. The world you left behind feels both distant and strangely present, like a dream you can't quite shake off. You're left with more questions than answers. What is the truth about North Korea? What is it really like to live there, to grow up, to grow old, under the watchful eye of the regime? What does the future hold for this isolated nation? These are questions that may never have easy answers. But the journey itself, the act of bearing witness, of trying to understand, is what matters most. North Korea is a land of contradictions, a place of both beauty and sorrow, of hope and despair. It's a place that stays with you, a reminder that the world is a vast and complicated place, and that sometimes the most important journeys are the ones that leave us with more questions than answers.